Those are the products. Draw the diagram of these things. Concept map, making a concept map, all these are products of learning. So these are the process and products. Process is the way things are done, product is the final product, and then the examples are given at the side just for your to know what it is. Next we have, you could create general rubric for. Now you can create rubrics for many things such as research papers, oral presentation, class presentation, book report, essay writing, science, mathematics, PE classes, and any others that you can think of. You can make general rubrics for all of them. Okay. Following slide has a rubric for mathematics assessment. General mathematics assessment. Okay. The next, because I am a math teacher, so I prepared for math. All right. But you can prepare for any other. Here. Now this is very, very congested. Breaks the rule many, many times. Okay. All right. So here we have, this is understanding. Now here see, we have mastery level, where the students have got the mastery level, or partial mastery level, or they are progressing, or they are emerging, just beginning. Now what is it? There is understanding, processing, reflective thinking, critical thinking, and creative thinking. All right. Now in mathematics, here is the general rubric for. He is able to tell, now understanding, he is able to tell what is given and what is asked for. So you ask the student, what is given in this example, mathematics problem? What is given? Okay. And what question is there? What are they asking for? If the student is able to tell that, that is a mastery level. Or he is able to tell some parts of what is given and what is asked for, some part of it. That means they are partial mastery. Progressing would be, he is able to tell either what is given or what is asked for. One of the two only he can tell, not both. So that is progressing. And emerging is confused between what is given and what is asked for. Cannot tell properly. So that is emerging. That is understanding the problem. Then processing will be, he is able to apply correct analysis procedure and is able to solve the problem using steps correctly. So that is the mastery level, processing, doing the problem correctly. He is able to apply correct analytical procedure but uses some steps incorrectly. That is partial mastery. And like that, he is able to apply correctly analysis procedure but is confused about the steps. He is attempting but not able to apply the correct analysis procedure. So that is emerging. Then reflective thinking. He is able to tell clearly in coherent manner how he, she arrived at the answer. So thinking, reflective thinking. How did you come to this solution? If they can coherently, clearly tell it, then mastery level. And then the other step by step down the line is there. Then critical thinking. He is able to correctly identify flaws in the inappropriate questions and solutions. So if the question is given and there are certain faults in the question, he is able to correctly identify this is not there. Length is not given. You are asking me to find the cost of this one, but where is the cost per square meter? I do not know how much it is going to cost for 1 square meter. How will I calculate the other thing? So they can find critically what are the flaws in the question itself. Okay. And creative thinking is able to generate new solutions and new questions. So if the student is able to do, then mastery level he has arrived. So this is the process of authentic evaluation. This is the mastery and progressive down the line. And another thing is, it is based on your teaching, not student learning. Student learning will come to assess your teaching, whether you have taught them properly or not. So this will tell you how they have performed. And because of this, what will happen? Here is the next thing. Understanding, processing, reflective thinking, critical thinking, creative thinking. And then you assess yourself, how did I help the student succeed in a specific criteria? In each of the areas, how did I help them to succeed? Okay. Now the student is at what level? What level is the students are at? Are they at the mastery level? Are they at the basic mastery level, or are they at the emerging level? That means if emerging level means they are still very low. They did not understand what you taught so far. This is diagnostic. How far I was successful in going through. So you assess yourself. I was able to, how I was able to, students succeed. The students should success, not I completed the lesson. As a teacher, I may complete the lesson, but if the student did not understand, there is no use of teaching that lesson. They should understand. Okay. Next, now there are different kinds of scales here. Here, the one that I showed you was mastery, partial mastery, progressing, and emerging. General thing. Next one can be similar to that, non-judgmental, and so on. Non-competitive language, such as high level, middle level, beginning level. So there are three things here: high level, middle level, beginning level. Then you can give points also. You can say 4 points, 3 points, 2 points, 1 point. 1 point means very low understanding. 4 point means mastery already. Or even grades you can put A, B, C, D. So like that. So A means really well, D means not doing very well. So this is the way we can do as well. So here are some more others given by Huba and Fried. Sophisticated, competent, partly competent, not yet competent. Or exemplary, proficient, marginal, or unacceptable. Or advanced, intermediate, high, intermediate, or novice. Not able to do. So these are different criteria you can put for your general authentic assessment rubric. Distinguished, proficient, intermediate, or novice. Or accomplished, average, developing, or beginning. So these are different criteria or different levels for assessing student progress. Here is a rubric for graphic designer. Very, very small. Let me see if I can make it big. Oh, man, where it went. Okay, the graphic designer likes explanation, demonstrated knowledge, and requirements. So there is 4, 3, 2, 1. You know how graphic designer will prepare rubric. This is for the rubric for oral presentation. When a student does oral presentation, here is a general rubric for that. And that is, like body language, eye contact, and then introduction and closure, pacing, poise, voice, and there is 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what the general rubrics are provided. These rubrics are quite helpful. Then the next one is for research report. If the student is giving a research report, here is the rubric here. Introduction, topic, conclusion reached, information gathered, summary paragraph, and grammar and spelling. This is rubric 4, 3, 2, 1 again. Okay, so this is the rubric for authentic assessment. Well, I have little more to show you before you clap. That time you clap louder, okay? So then, no, nothing like that. Here it is. One more, but this is now going to help you. Yeah, this one. Here are some additional assessment techniques, and I will go through them quickly so that you can get what are those. Quick assessment. These are, very important, small things, but they will help you assess very nicely. And these are some of them. Here, knowledge, recall, and understanding. How do you help students to get whether they understood have the knowledge? Are they able to recall? or do they have the understanding or not? A background knowledge probe. How do you probe the background? Background knowledge probe, that means that one that you did. What do they know before? Yes, backward knowledge. Going back for your knowledge. Here, ask questions such as, what do you know about this one? Okay? What would you like to know about? Now this is like your KWL. What would you like to know about? This is, what would you like to know about this thing? So this is the background knowledge that you are trying to focus on. Focus listing. How do you find out the focus listing? One, list all that you know about this thing. Focus listing, that is called. Okay? And then, what do you know about democracy? Write everything of what you know about democracy. Okay? And then, what do you know about usefulness of plants? Write everything that you know about usefulness of plants. That is focus listing. That is a questioning of focus listing. Okay? Then we have another thing. Good eating habits. What do you know about good eating habits? This is, let them write down what they know. This is the focus listing. It is called focus listing. Then here is the next level of questioning. Here is empty outlines. Empty outlines is here. If you are teaching the concept democracy, at the end of each end of the lesson, ask the students to fill in the blanks. Okay? So after the lesson is taught, you are telling, now students, fill in the blanks. We have learned the lesson already, what is democracy. So we say, okay, here, fill in the blanks. Democracy is rule, dash the people, dash the people, dash the people. It ensures freedom of dash, 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 etc. So it is rule of the people, by the people, for the people. It assures freedom of speech, religion, and what? And free and fair judgment. It assures fair judgment, any judgment is fair, and any other thing also possible. So after teaching the lesson, you give this fill in the blanks and tell them to find out whether they understood or not your lesson. Okay. Then here is a memory matrix. How to get the memory matrix? This is the memory matrix. Here it is. We are teaching equilibrium. Now physics lesson. Lesson in physics. Equilibrium. In equilibrium is what is stable equilibrium, unstable equilibrium, and neutral equilibrium. You have to give the principle. What is the principle of stable equilibrium? Principle of unstable equilibrium, principle of neutral equilibrium. So memory matrix means students will write this down. Help them remember this one. Then you draw the diagram. Ask the students to diagram of what they think. So the examples they can give. What are the examples of stable equilibrium? And what is the example of unstable equilibrium? Stable equilibrium will have center of gravity very low. Unstable will have stable of gravity very high, so that it topples very easily. So center of gravity is very low means it does not topple, it remains stable in ground. And neutral equilibrium, that means the center of gravity does not change, it keeps rolling. Just like your funnel. When you put a funnel upside down, then it is a stable equilibrium. When you tilt the top narrow end, it will come back to original position, tilt little bit, because center of gravity is low. But if you stand it on a funnel, stand it on the narrow end and the funnel on top, slight tilt it will fall because of center of gravity is high. The heavy position is high. And when you put it on the side and roll it, it is a neutral equilibrium. Center of gravity rolls around in the same position. So they will give examples of the truck carrying very heavy iron bars. That is a stable equilibrium. But if the truck is carrying cotton bales, it is unstable because cotton is very light. There is more likely of the truck to be toppling easily. So like that examples are there. Now, there is here is another one, minute paper. How do you write a minute paper? You say, what was the most important thing you learned during this class? So at the end of the class, you ask them, what is the most important thing you learned? Let them write that minute paper. Okay? So we have your minute paper. Write in 1 minute what was the most important thing that you learned. The next is the muddiest point. Muddiest point is another process. That is, what is the muddiest point in today's class? That means what is something that you did not understand? What was something in today's class that you did not understand? So let them write that down so that you will know what they did not understand. That is the muddiest point. Muddy. That means you do not see clearly. You could not understand it. It was not clear to you. Muddiest point, Or what was the possible reason that it rains as well? Oh, this is a critical thinking. Muddiest point finished. Now we come to critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Okay, analysis and critical thinking. You want to bring it. Like, for instance, how are the rain clouds formed? Now, if you want students to tell you how are the rain clouds formed, it is an analysis. They analyze. Now, first this thing happens, then this one, and then the cloud is formed. So there is that one. Water, then heat, and the heat evaporates the water, and the water forms the cloud, and the cloud, when it has the temperature required, it will start raining. Now, critical thinking will be, what may be the possible reasons that it rains so much in Cherrapunji? Cherrapunji is a city town in India, up in the Himalaya mountains there. The highest rainfall in the world is there. It keeps raining all the time there. All the time, rain. So that is the town in India, Cherrapunji. What may be the reason? Why does it happen that? Critical thinking. They have to give possible answers. Maybe because there are too many mountains. Maybe because it's at the higher elevation. Maybe because of this, that. And they do critical thinking and find substantial supporting evidence for their answers. Whatever answers they give, they should find supporting evidence. So that is critical thinking. Categorizing grid. Here is a categorizing grid. From the list provided below, write what goes with lion, tuna, and crow. With these 3 words, what is the 4th word that should go? Here is the below list. It flies, runs, swims, has fins, has feathers, has hair, frog. What is the word that should go there? What do you think the word that should go there? Okay, the word lion is an animal, tuna is a fish, crow is a bird. What other thing should go there? Each one is a different one there. Flies is crow. Runs will be lion. Swims is tuna. Has fins. Has feathers. Has hair. What is the leftover thing? Frog. Frog will go there because frog is amphibian. It is neither this nor that. Okay. All right. So frog is the right word there. Let them tell why is it so. Defining features matrix. What is the defining feature matrix? For example, yes, examples. Has wings, can fly, can run, has engine, can land. Okay, so these are the defining examples. And then here is no examples. Is alive? No. Can swim? No. Can talk? No. Can breathe? No. Has legs? No. These are no examples. What could it be? It is yes example should be able to tell you the answer, what it should be. Or ask students to write similarities and differences between 2 ancient civilizations, Egyptian and Indus Valley civilization. What are the differences? So that will be defining features matrix. Or difference between common and proper nouns. What is a common noun and proper noun? What are the differences? Pro and con grid. What are pros and what are cons in using a car? Here it is. Pros, it's travel, comfort, status symbol, etc. Cons, pollution, expensive, lack of exercise, and earth warming. Content, form, and function outlines. What is hurricane? How is it formed? Why does it behave the way it does? Or what are the kinds of discipline in the classroom? Different kinds of disciplines in the classroom. Well, I'll stop here and give the remaining time to Dr. Prema to deal with the other issues.
All right, we are ready for the next session. If you are ready, I am ready. All right. How are you all doing? Fine? Good. All right, I need you to do two things right now. One is draw a tic-tac-toe. Okay, tic-tac-toe. We're going to have a game. Tic-tac-toe on maybe at the back of one of the pages you have, Okay, ready? Tic-tac-toe, you have played, right? But just a blank one. Everyone. Okay, just freestyle, you can draw, nothing serious. Okay, tic-tac-toe. Everyone trying? Everyone has to participate. Come on. Everyone. Okay, take any paper at the back of your sheet, notebook. I like the way some of you have your notes. You're carefully taking down notes. That's good. Okay. This is how it looks like. Simple. Okay, we have forgotten to play games many times. Okay. Now this group is really hiding from me. Okay. Can you... I can't change this place. Is there a way you can move a little bit back or forward so I can see all of you? I like to see everyone's face. Okay. All right. Ready? That's... Okay, can you show me whatever form it is? Ooh. Okay, come on, sir. Where's yours? Okay, everyone has to do. Otherwise, we can't start. Okay. All right. Good one. Individual. Each one, I'm telling each one. Not each group, each person. Human being. Man and woman. Okay. Now what else can I say? Gender inclusive, everything I'm using. Okay, good. Okay. Now the next job, I told two things you have to do, right? Okay. The next is to fill those boxes with words that I'm giving you. I will dictate. We have a dictation. Okay. And in any order, you may want to begin in the middle, fill out left box, bottom corner, anywhere, randomly write these 9 words. 9 boxes are there, right? 9 of them. So let me dictate these words. Okay. So none of your tic-tac-toe will look the same because wherever you want you write it, okay? Anecdotal means, okay, anecdotal, 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 example like, anecdotal, finished? Okay, next, subjective, objective, subjective, okay. All right, only subjective. Don't write objective. Okay. Next. Matching, like matching, yeah. Matching. Okay. Absolutely correct, All right. Next is STEM, STEM. 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 How does your tic-tac-toe look like? Show me so far. Okay. Yes. Good. All different. Good. Next is homogeneous. Heterogeneous, homogeneous. Okay. Homogeneous. All right. Next. We have 3 more boxes left. Passages. Passage, read the following passages, okay? All right, next. Comparing. comparing, contrasting, comparing, like that. Comparing. All right, and the very last word, unreliable. Unreliable. Reliable, unreliable. That one. Okay, show me now. It's all filled out. Oh, beautiful. Oh, very nice. Everyone, this side. Okay. Am I seeing everyone's? Okay. Good. Now, the purpose is, I'm going to give a short lecture on instructional evaluation. Okay, classroom evaluation. Typical, traditional classroom evaluation. My husband talked about the terrific kind of authentic assessment. But we still need to do the ordinary classroom evaluations, okay? Which is tests and, assessments. So, when I present during this lecture using PowerPoint, remember PowerPoint? Okay. We will see some of those words along the way. As soon as you see one of those words, you circle it, okay? Circle it right away. Don't miss it. Once you miss it, finished. No more can be seen, okay? All right, so whenever you have a whole row or column or diagonal, okay, tell bingo. Raise your hand and bingo, okay. Don't disturb too much, but just raise your hand, bingo. And you will have so many chances to say bingo. Because, 3 rows, 3 columns and 2 diagonals. Phew. Okay, all right, so let's see how it goes. But the most important point is to listen. Okay, don't get so carried away by the bingo. All right, are you ready? Everyone understood? Okay, let me see. Who can explain what you have to do? Sincerely. Okay, sincerely. Okay, what do you have to do, my dear?
I have to circle the word whenever you mention it during your lecture. And if it falls at the end or whatever, and then I'll say bingo.
Bingo, okay? Any row, any column, any diagonal, bingo, okay? But don't shout, just shh, okay? Just for me and you, okay? All right. Okay, ready to go? Instructional evaluation, very important as teaching itself, okay? And all kinds of learners need evaluation, okay? All right, the purpose, okay, to see if students really have learned the lesson, okay, mastered the lesson or not, okay? All right, and it's highly motivating when teachers, are expecting some kind of feedback, okay? It can be assignments, it can be tests, okay. So, if there's no accountability, they are just relaxing and not paying attention. Okay, so feedback is very, very important when assessment is done. So, feedback is a very good interrelationship procedure. When we give feedback to students, okay, there's a relationship building, right? That's good. To communicate about what students already know, okay, and what they need to improve on, it's good. All right, and also to evaluate the effectiveness of your own instruction. How well did I do? That can be found from assessments, okay. All right, now some of the tools are here. Quizzes, tests, examinations, performance assessments, some of that my husband already told, written papers and projects, presentations, observations, interviews, anecdotal record, portfolios. Don't say bingo yet, okay? It's only one so far. Okay, I hope everyone got anecdotal. I am not going to tell like that next time, okay? You have to be mindful, okay? Checklists and journals. All right, for me, every class I teach, I have journals. At the end of the class, they have to write. Some of you may have some other ones, okay? Types of tests. Okay, we're just reviewing. We already know about it. Objective type. Okay, what's the definition? Did you know what the definition is? Okay, by different evaluators when is given, the score is the same, isn't it? Okay, whoever corrects it, the score is just the same. Okay, all right, that is the real definition of objective. It's so unbiased. So whoever's mind is checking it, we'll end up with the same score. On the other hand, subjective type, unlikely chance of consistent evaluation by multiple evaluators. It depends on the mood. If the evaluator fought with another colleague, maybe the student's score will be less. Who knows, okay? Or you're very sick and your head is paining. Or you're very happy, joyful, jumping up and down and you're scoring. Maybe you'll give unusually high score. Who knows? Okay. All right. There are types of scores. Tests. Bingo already. Ooh, okay. Good. True, false, multiple choices, multiple choice, matching, completion. All of us know about it, right? These are the 4 famous assessment procedures. Who hasn't used it? We all have used it. But just a reminder for us, in case there's something we can rethink and do better. Okay. All right. About true, false, advantages are there. What are the advantages? Easy to make, easy to score, more content can be covered. You can make a true, false for 10 pages. It doesn't, okay, all right. We should not make, but it's okay. All right. There's no limit that is put on true or false, okay? But it may not measure higher order thinking. Guessing. How many of us as students have done guessing? Haven't we? Oh, maybe that's okay, but let me just, okay, circle that one. Okay. All right, guidelines. This is where we may gain something that we forgot. We are reminded. Use only a single idea. Don't say, okay, environment must be kept in order and also sometimes do this. Okay. One may be correct and other may be, now which is the one you're measuring? Okay. Only one idea. Use more false than true. Did you know that? Oh, you didn't know. If ever you're making true, false, if you want to balance, it's okay. 10 items, 5, it's okay. But if you want to do one more, not true more, but false, may be more. Okay, that makes them think more. That's right. Do not use double negatives. He didn't want to be, okay, what shall we say? Okay, can you think of a double negative? My brain is not working. He didn't want to be dishonest. He didn't want to be dishonest. He didn't want to be dishonest. Oh, so confusing. He wanted to be honest. You can tell like that, okay? Or he didn't want to be honest. Making 2 negatives is just so confusing. We are not asking for language skills. We are checking for the knowledge they have about it, okay? It's better to ask them to circle given the T and true and false, or T and F. Because have you seen specialized letterings? Okay, have you seen this kind of letter? Because they have invented a new letter. They will tell, teacher, I was really telling false. Okay, but okay, so they are very inventive and you don't know what to do about it, okay? All right, so let them circle. Okay, in case if there's a mistake, they can cut it off and again write and circle it, okay? No confusion that way. Okay, avoid absolute words. No bingos. Okay. Some are not listening. Okay. All right. Avoid absolute words like all and never and always. Because either most often is wrong. Okay. It's such a guessing thing. All right. When we are doing that statement with all humans are like this. Okay, it's already wrong. Okay, so it's a giveaway. There's no need to think anymore. Okay, multiple choice advantages. It definitely is better than the other two in terms of higher order thinking. Yeah. And when we make, we know already how smoke comes from our brain. When we make, scoring is easy, guessing is reduced. But it's time consuming to make. Very time consuming, okay? Alright, it can be confusing also sometimes confusing for the students. Alright, yeah. Oh, it can cover a large content. Just like true or false, you can have pages and pages. Our sons tell about the medical exam entrance. They had about 20 pages of multiple choice questions in their entry exam. Very confusing, okay? All right. Okay, so there we are. Guidelines in making, keep the stem clear. Okay, stem, keep the stem clear and options short. Make the stem longer and very clear. All the explanation is already there. So the options are short, okay? All right, keep the length of the options similar. Did you get that? A, B, C, D, E. Maybe E is very long, and most often that will be the correct one. Because the one that you are trying to explain as an option, that has to, to make it clear as an answer, it has to be long. Okay, so don't make something stand out among the options. Are you with me? Got it? Okay, as much as possible. Okay, all right. Rotate the position of the answer, because students are very clever. Okay, when they are very tired, and you have made a pattern so that you can correct it easily. Have you done it? Okay, maybe reverse. Okay, E, D, C, B, A. That's the way the answer goes. Reverse alphabet. Okay, and the questions are such that, and students can catch it. Oh, this is the pattern. And they don't think anymore subsequently, okay? Include 3 to 5 options. If you're only giving 2 options for multiple choice, it's no better than a true or false. 3 more options, the better. But don't make it too many, not like the medical entrance. Our children say they have A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, because they will even ask A and B only, or C and D, not C and D. So many combinations that the brain is churning. Okay. And avoid using all of the above. That's a desperation. The teacher doesn't know what else to give. All of the above. That's the last one. Okay, try to be creative. Avoid that one. Okay. All right, matching. Now the next one, matching items. Oh, advantages are there. Simple to construct. Ideal to measure associations. Associations between facts. Reduce the effects of guessing. Much less guessing. Okay. Tend to ask students trivial information. Sometimes it's just so simple that nothing much is being checked. May emphasize memorization. Yes. All right, guidelines. This is the real one. Okay. Limit the list to about 10 items. I didn't even finish, and you're gifted today. All right. Use homogeneous list. Oh. Homogeneous lists, okay? You know what that means? Homogeneous, same kind. If names are the ones, are we together, everyone? Okay, if names are the ones, let all the questions be about names. In between, some names and many are, most are dates. Oh, two names, it's easy to guess this or that, okay? All right. If at all you have to mix, excuse me, if at all you have to mix dates and names, may you make separate. One matching set is made of only names. Another question can be with dates. Better that way. That's homogeneous. Okay? But you may have enough items for each, okay? All right. I mean, you don't make a matching with only 2 items. 5, 6 items should be there at least, okay? All right. Are you following? Yes. Is it helpful? If at all we forgot, I know you know all this, okay. All right. Give clear instructions in the beginning. Are they supposed to choose the proper letter and put it on the left side? What are they supposed to do? Should be given very correctly. Have descriptions on the left and the answers on the right, ideally. Answers are on the right side. The question part is on the left. That's much better. Okay, do not have more than one answer for one item. Okay, in other words, we will never have more than one letter written on the left side. But you may have more on the right if you want. That is more adventurous. Okay, that means some items are not used. It's okay. Are you following that also? If it's 1 to 1, it's okay. Same number. If at all more, it should be the right side. That can be more. Give more choices than there are questions. That's what I mean. All right. Completion items. This is the last one of the objective type. Easy to make. More content can be covered. Guessing is reduced. Okay. Disadvantages. Lower level. Not easy to score. You know why? Because the blank may be in different places. Okay. So more than one correct answer may be there. And remember, we told objective type questions are usually the ones where different evaluators evaluate, still the same score can come, right? Do you remember? Yeah, but here there's a problem. In case the word is given and a slightly different synonym is used, and the scorer, you're not the one scoring, and they score it as wrong, but in fact it was correct. Because it was just a different meaning, different word with the same meaning. So it can be a little tricky if we don't read it properly. Okay? More than one correct answer may be possible, and also different words can be used. Okay. All right. Require a single word, a specific answer. Okay? All right. Specific answer. Do not omit several words. Okay, don't say the blank of the blank and the blank and the, there's nothing left in the sentence, okay? So many words are left. You don't know what. Okay. All right. Avoid passages directly from the book. We don't encourage that. Then students catch on and they try to memorize the lessons. It's better to have blanks of the same length, no matter the length of the word. Make it as maximum as possible if they're writing, but even if it's a short word, same length. Okay? So that way they are not, of course, if you want to help them, it's okay. Short one, short answer, okay. It's okay. That's not a big issue. Have a blank closer to the end of the sentence. That means the main idea comes at the end. That's why. And also it's easier to score somehow. All right. Now just a quick overview of subjective items. Remember subjective? Okay. 2 kinds. Restricted response and extended response. Okay, listing is one, defining is another, comparing is another one, Short notes is another one. Okay. They are not necessarily very long, but they are subjective. Okay? Because students can express in their own words. Yeah. Okay, extended response is when there's no limit for the really, I mean, I can't tell there's no limit. Some teachers may want to have a limit, but it's like comprehensive. Okay, and thinking is important, communication is important for that. Okay, advantages, higher order thinking can be measured, easy to construct. Okay, for once we have an easy question making time, removes guessing for sure. But difficult to correct. So it's an option between easy to make, difficult to correct, or difficult to make and easy to correct. One or the other problem. I mean, it's not if you really care for your teaching, you will do it. Scores are reliable. Unreliable, sorry. Scores are unreliable, as I told you. Did you finish all the bingos? Oh, but did you listen to me? Okay, that's okay. Only limited number can be made. Avoid using choice. Have you ever given choice for essays? Do not do that. Do not do that. Essays should not have choice. Yeah, because you're telling that this part is not important. So what I taught, this part is not important. Okay? All right. Okay, out of the 10 questions, write 6. No, not good. I remember my teachers doing that. Okay, but God will forgive them because they did not know what they're doing. But educators are recommending not to give choices for students. They will not like those topics because I didn't want to write about it. Somehow they'll have a different view of what they didn't want to write about. Okay, it should be in line with the instructional objectives and make a scoring. Always tell how many points for that, okay? Higher order thinking. Use juicy questions. Juicy means, okay, something to think about, okay? Yes, give a hand to yourself for, okay, doing the bingo. Show me all your bingos. Bingo, if you have a paper and computer. Oh, beautiful, yes. Okay, very nice, very nice. All right, we are almost ending now. We are so happy that what we wanted to do, we achieved. All right, but the main line of thought throughout the last 2 days has been inclusiveness, okay, inclusivity, okay? And so we are going to have a little reflective activity right now. Action plan. We are not going back the same way in terms of inclusive practices, okay? So this is what we are going to do now. I don't know if you have ever practiced 6 thinking hats. If you haven't heard, here it is, okay? We are going to use 6 thinking hats, and I like you to be in groups. Some of you are in 2, no, good. Okay, I like you to be at least in 3 or 4. Okay, like this group, good. Now how many? So many in that group, okay. Oh, that is a different one. Okay, this is good over here. I can't see your faces, okay. All right, okay, because you can't work without enough people. Can you just gather into small groups around tables, just the way it was before? Ready? Oh yes, teacher, yay. All of you ready? Okay, I am ready to. Okay, we have these hats. Hats of different colors. Okay? And whenever you see a specific color of hat, it means something. Okay, now that's a very small picture, but there are three kinds of things we can do: process, facts, and feelings. Okay, process, facts, and feelings. All right. Now the description is so small. I will show you big enough ones. Okay. All right. Don't worry. I will show you one by one. But you still want that one. Okay. It's okay. All right. This is what I want you to do. We are going to seriously think about a decision on inclusive practice in our school. I know you represent elementary and high school. It doesn't matter right now. Okay, whichever level it is, you can still combine your ideas and come out with some action plan. Action plan. Okay? We have administrators here. Yes, Janet. Okay. But even if they are not part of this planning, we are the ones doing. Okay, Janet? You don't mind, okay? So we are going to do something about inclusive practices to do that in our school. All right. The first hat is called the blue hat. What it means is, I'm wearing now a blue hat. So imagine all of you are wearing a blue hat. What you have to do is, this is called the control hat. Okay? We need to organize. What is the overall purpose for our planning for the inclusive practices in our school? Okay? All right. Focus. What is our focus? And all right. So we just warming up. It's a warming up session right now. Okay, so I'd like you to discuss for 2 to 3 minutes. How shall we go about? It's just a general discussion. Okay, remember it is a control hat organizing the thinking. Okay, so in our discussion, the topic is inclusive practice in our school, right? We want to have inclusive practices in our school, inclusion in our schools. Okay, what shall we do about it? Why don't we discuss about it? Nothing specific, but in general, what can we do for starting or maintaining inclusion, okay? Inclusion. Talk for 2 minutes and then we'll continue. What can we do in general? I'm just asking you to warm up. Nothing specific. No need to worry about what exactly to do, but the general direction. How are we now? Okay, what is the general direction we should go? Okay, ready? Go. All right, talk whether you want to do it or not. Okay, that's the main question. Do you want to do something or no need? Okay, I'm sure no one thinks no need. Okay. All right, we are getting warmed up. We will proceed now. Even if nothing much was discussed, it's okay. It's just getting ready for discussion, that's all. I'm going to change my hat and I'm going to wear a white hat. Okay, imagine all of you are wearing white hats. What do we do? Information seeking hat. What are the facts? Okay, what do we know about inclusion? Okay, what is available? What are the resources we already have, we haven't tapped into? Okay, that's available. And what is useful, relevant? What is it? And okay, we are neutral, we are not judging anyone. Okay, why we are not using very bad, don't talk like that, okay? It's just there, available, shall we just see whether we can take it? All right, this is the time we need to start jotting down. I want each group to come and take one sheet from here. This is just a rough one. No need to show everyone, just for you to write. And a pen, if you don't have a marker pen, okay, because you need some place to write your brainstorming ideas, that's why. In case you are brave to show later, it's okay, but you're not compelled. Yeah. Oh, no more? Is there any extra, anyone? Oh. No more. Can you use the back of that? Thank you. So sorry. All right, what are we thinking about? Just make a list of the potential that you have at your hand, in your school's disposal. What is available that we are not using yet? White hat, white hat. Okay, what? All right, during this workshop, 2 days, did you learn more about inclusion? Did you learn? Okay, so information about inclusion, it's available. You got it. That's one of them already. Yeah, we have SPED students, so that's a good thing. Yeah, that later. We don't worry about anything, just neutral. SPED students are there, what a blessing. So you can practice inclusion. How can you practice inclusion without SPED students? So God has put that situation for you to bless your students. Okay. All right, write 1 or 2 ideas. Don't break your head too much. So your expertise right now in knowing about inclusion is already a blessing. Okay, awareness of inclusion, already somewhat there. Okay. All right, don't fill all your paper. We have so much to go. Okay, small writing. Okay, this is it's just a brainstorming place. Okay, so you have a lot of things to do. Okay, all right.